I'm Michelle from NerdyMomsUnited.com, and today we're going to talk about Tailwind and if it will help you drive more traffic to your blog, because more traffic is awesome. Let's go to the slides. Will Tailwind help you boost traffic to your blog? Let's find out. In this Tailwind review, I'm going to explain to you what Tailwind is and why you would use it. Is Tailwind easy to use? What is Tailwind Tribes? What are some of the disadvantages to Tailwind? And what benefits do you get with it? So what is Tailwind and why would you use it? Tailwind is a social media marketing software. You can use it with Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can promote your blog, your online business, and online shop with Tailwind. You can also promote your YouTube videos as well with Tailwind by making pins or posts in either one of these 4 platforms and showing it on there. So there's ways to leverage your blog or your YouTube channel and get it promoted into these other 4 social media platforms. Great thing about Tailwind is it simplifies the process of getting your posts and pins out on social media platforms, so that way it gets seen, so that way you can put less time and effort into it. It does this by scheduling your posts and pins for the most optimal time your viewers are on those platforms, which is great because it is actually measuring and determining when they are actually using those social media platforms, which is great because then you don't have to do that guesswork and trying to figure it out and trial and error. Tailwind already can leverage analytics and let you know when they're on, so it will help you determine when it's time to be putting that content out there. Also, it tracks the conversations that are happening on your Pinterest and Instagram accounts for you regarding your pins and posts, so that way you can see what content you have is actually driving the most engagement, which is great because it makes your life easier by doing that for you, so you know what content to make more of to get more people involved and looking at your stuff. Because if they are more engaged, that means they are sharing your pins and posts, which is also going to drive more free traffic, because the more people share your stuff, the more organic that sharing is, and the more boost in free traffic you are getting by leveraging that. You can actually track your results in real time with its reporting feature in it, which is great. So you can actually gain a lot of good insight on what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, so you can improve your marketing strategy in those platforms. It does track in the reporting the Pinterest and Instagram information for you, so that's really great. Did you know that over 100,000 leading brands and companies are using Tailwind to promote their products, like Kraft and Gerber and a bunch of other ones out there? I mean, big name brand stores are actually using it to promote their products in Pinterest and Instagram. You could definitely use what they use and get that upper hand and that leverage. The great thing is they're a lot cheaper than you think. They're so affordable. Is Tailwind easy to use? Yes, they are very easy to use. I've used it for over a year and I really enjoy using it. It makes my social media marketing piece of my business so much easier to manage. They also have a YouTube channel of training videos of how to use their different features and functions, and the videos aren't very long, so it's very intuitive and easy to use. And if you get a little stuck, you can look at their videos. They also have help articles. They even have a chat box to live people. You just type in your question and they'll get back to you and they'll start chatting with you, or they'll, if you get off the Tailwind before they can answer, you'll get the emails to your email box, and you continue the chat from there. They also email you free webinars and training of what's coming up and what's going on and how to make the most out of your experience in Tailwind. They really, truly are invested in your success because they know that a huge majority of their user base are bloggers and content creators. So that's why they're interested in keeping you informed on what's going on. What is a Tailwind tribe? It's very much like a Pinterest group board, except for one exception, or two. A Tailwind tribe is consistent of like-minded people like yourself regarding that topic or niche that are promoting their content and blog posts in that group. For instance, if you're into a style of cooking, let's say keto or low carb, well, there is Tailwind Tribe groups out there that are people who are in that niche sharing recipes in their posts and pins regarding that type of style of cooking. So you can drop your pins and posts in there and they will share your content and you share theirs. So it's a reciprocal one-to-one sharing. So you actually get your posts and pins shared to their audience who is actually interested in that topic, which boosts your ability to reach more people who are interested in that topic. So it helps grow your blog views with free traffic and also your audience. And hey, that's awesome because they share your pins and stuff, and with their audience, they're gonna see it, they click on it, and it's just an awesome win for you, and it helps you expand your reach to people you wouldn't have reached before. Also, it helps you gain new followers and free traffic. Everyone wants free traffic. And the great thing about Tailwind, it helps you do that where there wouldn't have been another way to do it. Tailwind tribe boards are so much more effective than Pinterest group boards. What are some of the disadvantages to Tailwind? One thing about their scheduling page is it can get slowed down by having a lot of stuff scheduled out. What do I mean by a lot of stuff scheduled out? I mean like having months upon months upon months of stuff scheduled. I'm not saying just a few months. I'm saying several months. So, but that's something you can manage by how much pinning you're doing or scheduling out. The only reason I know why mine's slow is I'm trying to get a whole bunch of content scheduled out before I have my baby because I'm not going to have time to get onto Tailwind to put more posts up, pins and posts up there to schedule out. So I'm scheduling stuff out 6 months in advance. Yeah, that's a lot of content. Normally, I would only have maybe a month or two ahead, not 6 months. So I'm just saying it can slow you down, but the tool can handle it. It's just a little slower. So that's all based off you managing your posts and pins to the scheduler because it's doing database calls. Video pin submissions and try isn't happening right now. Something Tailwind's going to be adding sometime in the future. That's just I make them because I know Pinterest wants more video pins. Well, I know I can schedule out my video pins in the scheduling page, but I can't submit them in the tribes page. I know that's something they added to their features list they're looking into to give you more leverage, so that will come in the future. Something that has changed than before. Before you couldn't edit or change your pin or post images when you got them loaded up to Tailwind. They changed this recently in 2020 where you can now edit your pins and your pins and post images after you did your bulk upload into the system because they let you bulk load your pins and posts into the drafts page before scheduling them. So they let you do that, which is awesome because I hate doing it one at a time, which you would have to do manually. With Tailwind, you can do it in a bulk load, which is nice. And now they have given you a way of making changes to those posts and pins as needed to the images, not video. So for images. So that has recently changed, and now you can do that. That wasn't the case before. One thing that they are trying to do, if you see gaps or anything in the system or you'd like to see a certain feature, they actually encourage their users, whether it's a big business or a small blogger like myself, they do encourage suggestions. Any suggestions, you can drop them in their help email, in the chat box. If you see something that would make this tool a whole lot more awesome, you can actually leave a suggestion. They will get back to you. And if it's a really great one, they'll actually add it to their future features board. I know people have done that where they have left comments and said, hey, this would be great if Tailwind had this, and they'll look at it and decide if they can add it to a future update. What benefits do you get with Tailwind? They have a free trial, which is great. I'll leave the link down below for the free trial so you can get to that. That's my affiliate link. It helps me continue to make videos and run my blog. Great thing about Tailwind is that you can set up special groups for your drafts that you can select, so you can pin to multiple boards to Pinterest, which is great because instead of having to take one pin and copy it multiple times, you can get it to all of those boards. Like maybe you have 5 different cooking boards. Do you want to make the same pin 5 different times, have 5 different copies, and then schedule them each out to each board? Absolutely not. They make it so much easier where you can group similar boards together and give it a name, and then when you want to send that pin to multiple boards, you just have to add that group, and it will schedule it to all 5 boards. So it streamlines the process, makes it so much easier. You can't do that manually. I mean, it's a nightmare trying to do that manually. They make it so much easier. They have hashtag lists for your Instagram to make it easier to manage your hashtag lists. That is so awesome. I have a drag and drop calendar, which is great, so you can move your pins and posts around if they're not going the way you want them to. You can even auto schedule them to give gaps, one to show up one day and then 3 days later another day. So stuff like that. They optimize your social media schedule. And that's great because they know when your audience is on and when to send out those videos. So they'll give you the optimized times of when they're on, so you are sending out your post pins at the right scheduled time, which is great. They give you detailed analytics and insight to how well you're doing, how many people you're gaining or losing, how many people are looking at your boards in Pinterest or posts in Instagram, and what is your most popular posts and pins. They have the hashtag finder for Instagram, which is awesome. I mean, it makes your life so much easier. They're affordable with people who have limited budgets, and I use their basic plan and I love it. I mean, when you're first starting out for a business or you're a small online business, you have a small budget. They make it easy for you, especially in the beginner's plan. It is affordable. I get everything I need out of it. If I ever want to upgrade, I can go up to the next plan up, and it's great. You get unlimited posts and pins, no matter what plan you're in, which is great for your scheduler. The only thing they limit you on is the different tiers of the tribes you're in. You get to be a part of 5 different tribes, and then the next plan up, you get additional 5, so they up that. For each plan. So that's the one thing that I noticed is different, more robust reporting as well. They help you manage your social media accounts, multiple social media accounts, which is great because then you have one place where you can schedule out all your posts and pins with one simple tool to multiple media platforms, which is great because isn't it so much easier to do that with one instead of having to use multiple different ones to do that? They make it easier. And also, Tailwind has a professional collaboration with Pinterest and Instagram, so that way and they make sure their tool adheres to their guidelines so you don't get banned or kicked off. So that's great. Also, you can collaborate with people in the Tailwind tribe boards. You can even if you work with a team, you can even have them part of your account, and they can collaborate with you on your schedule and posts and pins that you're scheduling out. So they make it very versatile. Even with the basic account, you can collaborate with people in tribes. You can collaborate with people in your own personal work team to help you manage your social media marketing strategy. It attracts the comments that are coming across your Instagram and your Pinterest pins, so that way you can see what the engagement's like. They track results regarding followers, your brand getting mentioned, likes, repins, board analytics. I mean, there's so much more than just that. I mean, they make it so easy to know what's going on and it helps you know what you need to do if you need to make changes. It just helps you gain more followers and traffic from those social media platforms to your site, and that is the real goal in using this. Also, one thing I can recommend is when you're making your pins or posts for Tailwind for any of your social media accounts, you can use Canva. It's a free tool, and I'll drop the link down below. They're awesome. I use them. I use their free plan to make all my pins and my social media post images for Tailwind. So I just make a whole bunch of them, and then I just do the bulk load, and then I schedule them out. It just makes life so much easier. I hope you liked my video. Like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions below. I will leave the links down below for the free trial to Tailwind, the free account to Canva, so you can make your social media posts and pins and make even custom images for any social media platform and your blog. Also, in my post for Tailwind, for the Tailwind review, there's more juicy details on what Tailwind can do for you. This is Michelle with NerdyMomUnited.com, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.